know that you're also working so hard by your uh, determination, your mind, working very strongly with your mind to fight for all kind of adversity, and also you use the Qi Gong and meditation to improve your mobility and your energy and your health. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I have to tell you something beautiful. I was with the neurology team the other day and they were like, "So what do you do every day?" I'm like, "Oh, I do Qigong. I have Master Philip Lai and we go online every day and I'm happy." And they're like, "Wow, then keep doing it because it's incredible that I've had a stroke of the spinal cord. But what's incredible is that Qigong works with the central nervous system. And to keep that central nervous system going and calm, this is a part of my daily life, daily routine. When I wake up every day, I know I have something to look forward to. But as the neurology is astounded finding out, this is probably how I'm going up in recovery closer to 50 years old. I'm not going down. In other words, instead of just taking the medications that they offer me, and they've offered me many medications, they notice that I'm able to calm myself in a different way. So that's why Qigong is a must needed thing to work with. People who've had strokes, people who've been paralyzed, people who've had heart attack, people who've had aneurysms. They don't know how to calm that part of the body. So yeah, my hat's off to the neurology team, but they're starting to like it. And I think, you never know down the road, could be a couple neurologists hanging out in Qigong too. They it's a high stressful thing to tell people, but it's more stressful not to tell people how I've been doing this. So the Qigong
Yeah,
it's been the answer. It's the answer
yeah.
I've been looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you tell us some tips how you use a qigong to deal with all kind of difficulty? I know that when you take some kind of drug, you have some side effect lead to balance those side effect, and then working with the medicine together, you have also use your mind to balance the side effect, and also you have the courage, to believe you can, fight for all kind of difficulty. Can you give us some tips? How do you use a qigong to deal with those difficulties?
So there's a couple beautiful things about what I do with Qigong. During the day when I've got a busy family life and I've got 4 kids or I've got active household, I take those deep breaths and I relax my mind knowing that I've already done the chakra training. I know how to calm myself down. I don't just run to a pill bottle and say, okay, well, that's going to fix it. Because no, you get the side effects and they hurt. And you're probably in bed longer for a couple days. But every day when I wake up, I take Qigong as almost like somebody would eat food or as somebody would drink water. I zone out into these alpha waves and I calm the brain to calm the cord. I let the energy go and flow through me. I relax my mind and I remember when I'm meditating, not be hard on myself, but relax myself. Instead of challenging myself, go with it and allow it to do what it's got to do. So during the day, if I've got a really hyperactive day with the kids or something's going wrong, I don't want to flare a temper. I don't want to flare anger. So I use the Qigong to allow me to remember where I was sitting in my chair meditating, where I was calming down, how I work with that energy. I could tell you right now, a woman like me should, it's not good for me to have a temper anyway, but to have that ability to control it, that's astounding when you can calm it with Qigong and the mind. I use the mind to just tell myself, you remember you meditated today? If you're not feeling good, go back there and try a little bit more again. And throughout the day, I remember my meditation. I replay it in my mind a couple times a day. And that allows me to get through the day and night. And I'm a happy girl by nature, but it allows me to remember that it's okay. I meditated that away today. Tomorrow's coming again. So it's like a clock renewal of happiness that I'm going to keep going through this. So it's not just I did it one day. Daily we keep going through it. over and over as a good measure, as a coping mechanism that's healthy. So it's a very relaxing thing to go through. And then if I need my wild side for the martial arts stuff and I want to go to bodybuilding or training or train with my kids, I've still got that wild, fiery dragon side that I know I was born with. I mean, I'm Ukrainian, we get a little snotty like people, but I'm very, very able to control what I know I couldn't control before, which was a stroke that was coming on before. Now I can identify how the stroke happened. So I know from Qigong I won't get there again because now I have that self-control.
Yeah.
And that's important.
It's very important to control, to manage your emotion, you know. We have a fear, we have anger, we have the sadness, and also we have overthinking, you know. All those things will affect our health, affect our mind, to make our mind unbalanced. When your mind unbalanced, it causes a lot of health problems. Your internal organ system getting deteriorate, getting malfunction, and also it causes you have a different kind of illness, you know, and sickness.
Yes, and
Anyway,
that's what happened. Exactly what you said is exactly how the stroke came to pass. I had too much overthinking. I had too much, I didn't handle the emotions well, a lot of guilt, a lot of unsustained anger. I had a lot of anger. I had some unforgiveness, bitterness. I couldn't manage my daily life plus this. There was a lot of pain and emotions I wasn't managing. And managing those emotions is the most important health of your mental health. So I was losing my mental health, I was losing my emotional health, and it hit the physical health. And that's where I know the stroke came from. So now I can identify it because now I'm naturally in that state of knowing more about Qigong and why we're doing it. And the answers are better given to me now because the solution is relaxing everything and going through it properly. Right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of foundation of a Qigong. So a lot of fundamental knowledge is learn how to calm our mind, relax our entire body, how to breathe gently, relaxingly, deeply, to settle our mind and our energy. You know, that's a very basic thing, but very the important foundation of the Qigong, and that can help us to improve our health, to manage our emotion, and empower our energy, and use this kind of basic foundation to help us to cultivate the energy to empower our health and our mind and our spiritual energy. You know, so they're simple, but it's very important. You know, to learn how to achieve that kind of situation. You know.
It's incredible because when I was training 12 years old martial arts and I was a very athletic person, my dad, he's a sprinter for Canada. My dad had a lot of energy. We had all this energy. You know, athletes are taught to be at that 30 hertz of energy. Just fight, 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 fight. We're taught to just get in there and get that last punch and just cremate your opponent. But we're not taught to harvest the kindness, the gentleness of Qigong, the peaceful side of ourselves. We're not taught to balance that. And so I see with a lot of athletes today, they're only taught to just go, go, go and just be that warrior, but they don't know that there's the other side of you, which is not the worrier, not the angry person, not the sad person. You're the calm person, you're the soft person, you're the soft side of life. We're not taught that. A lot of athletics have taught people the aggressive side. But this type of an understanding teaches us the calm side of ourselves. So you need both. You need to
Yeah,
balance both to be a very good athlete, for
yeah,
sure.
you're a good point. You're a good point about the physical exercise or the martial artists, or the Olympic ethics. You know, the purpose is try to maximize their power, their energy to reach to the higher score. You know, but
Yeah.
if you only know how to use your energy, that will deplete your energy fast
Yeah.
than the other people. If you don't cultivate the energy back to help you to supply enough energy for your future use, and then you will deplete, you will slowly deplete your energy, and then you're getting deteriorate. And then when the martial artists, if they don't learn how to balance the energy, to focus, to cultivate the energy, empower their mind and their body, and only emphasize to how to make use of energy to maximize their performance, and that will be very dangerous. And a lot of the professional trainer, you know, or the Olympic athlete, they are really good to do the sport, you know, but they always usually get the injury, you know.
Yeah.
And martial arts is the same thing. They will usually get injured, you know, when they do the, you know, competition and do the fighting, you know, or do the sparring, you know. And when they have a lot of energy, the injury, it don't bother them too much, and they don't really care too much. But when they are getting older, the energy getting weak, and then all the pain, all the sickness will come out, because our energy is not strong enough to suppress all kind of pain, all kind of injury, you know. But once your energy getting weak, getting low, and then all kind of problems come up. So a lot of martial artists or a lot of athletes, you know, they have the problem when they're getting old. A lot of brain injury, or the blood circulation problem, or the bruise in the bones, or some kind of internal organ getting injured. You know, they will getting sick and getting weak and getting, you know, the energy getting weak and deteriorate, you know, and the lifestyle will getting really bad, you know. So I just agree that, you know, you mentioned about those athletes, you know, and the people, you know, they more, you know, emphasize to maximize their performance with the energy, but forget to cultivate the energy to improve their energy for in future. That will be really, you know, let them to aging very fast, you know.
And what's even more devastating, Philip, I've been in the sports industry for years, but you'll find people abusing sports drinks and protein powders, and they're abusing drugs and alcohol because they can't contain the amount of sustained energy that they pulled in all in one shot.
Right.
And then they got to get high again off this energy and high again. And it seems to be an endorphin high instead of naturally letting the body come down to where it belongs again, getting into that mid alpha state, getting the body into the relaxed state so they can sleep in a delta state, or they can get up into that Hertz fighting state. There's no relaxed ability for them to balance. So I see so much abuse in sports and so much abuse in people's lives. You know, the guy goes 9 to 5 and then he's drinking at night because he can't handle his daily life, or the woman that goes, you know, hanging out with her girlfriends, and then they're all eating, and then, you know, they're into drinking a lot during the weekend. There's nothing wrong with having a happy lifestyle, but at the end of the day, we're all going to pay for these things when we naturally don't cultivate our energy properly. And that is having a daily way of life. And so I see that. And so we as Canadians and Westerners and around the world, we use coping mechanisms that actually aren't even fruitful. Nothing comes out of it later. So that's why I said Qi Gong is for life, because the fruit comes off the tree later. As you grow into older age, you want to see some fruit. And I was losing that ability to see that side of me. So
it's a good point. Very good point, you know, because we have a mental and a physical balance. You know, we have to manage all those kind of issues for the people in the when they have reached the higher situation, you know, and then they will feel a lot of fame, a lot of power, a lot of recognition, you know. But after that's finished, the pit is reached, and then they go down, you know, and then they don't get any fame, not recognition by people, and then they feel bad, you know, feel themselves getting very low, and then mentally they cannot balance it, okay? And also the physically, and a lot of injury, getting the pain, getting a lot of arthritis, and a lot of blood circulation problem. A lot
Yeah.
of martial artists we have the problem. So
Oh,
that is a very good to learn with the we call the medical Qi Gong. Work with the how to use uh, energy to heal and use the mind to balance or emotion, and also we use the massage and energy healing, to do healing to improve our health. Also we can working with some kind of herbal medicine. We can work together with the this kind of our system. We provide all kind of these tools to help you to balance your mind and your body to treat those kind of mental and physical health issue. So yeah.
yeah, that's important, Philip, because I think a lot of people aren't talking enough about mental health, like in the way that we have a daily lifestyle. But the doctors are willing to prescribe thousands of pills, but we as people have to take our own health into our own responsibility and find a more natural way to grow older with it. I mean, we're able to
Right.
sustain our lives longer today than ever before.
Mhm.
Why not take
Mhm.
advantage in a beautiful way and apply these natural ways and grow
Yeah.
older for our great great grandkids and think
Yeah.
about them, because it's selfish to only think about ourselves too. And I
Yeah.
think as I'm doing qigong, it's helping my children, it's helping my children's children. It's gonna flare out into a beautiful wave into my family. So it's thinking about the future of the people. It's not just thinking about here and now either.
Yeah. That's a really good point. And for nowadays the medicine, we have explored a lot of the wonderful medicine, to improve our health. But also we can also consider the natural medicine too. So I know that we have a lot of medicine breakthrough. Like the transplant the organ, or new drugs. This is really helpful improve our health. But also we can
Yeah.
also consider, if we can use some kind of natural medicine, such as use
Yeah.
energy healing, use the acupressure, working with the energy path, improve the flow of energy, and improve how to cultivate the energy to improve our health, to treat the different kind of sickness. And the other thing, one important thing is our mind can
Yeah.
control our body. If you have strong mind, if you train your mind and use the intention to work with your body, it will really effective and simple to treat a lot of sickness. And so I hope people can explore more, some tools, to improve their health. Yeah, a lot of tools, like the natural medicine, they have a less side effect. And I think that's a really good tool. And also the more emphasize to treat the root of the problem.
Mhm.
Instead only take
Yeah.
care of the symptom of the problem. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's our world, eh? Millions and millions and millions of dollars extracted in the name of medicine, but do people really get better with a Band-Aid solution? Never. And that's the sad side of medicine.
Mhm.
It's a short term sometimes
Yep.
thing to see. It's almost a placebo effect. Whereas
Yep.
people who do it naturally over a longer
Hmm.
term, over a longer period,
Yep.
they tend to be the ones that grow older, healthier, happier, and
Yep.
they sustain a better life. So yes, I agree
Yep.
with you, Philip, 100%.
Yep. For example, nowadays, we see the COVID-19, and we find
Yep.
out we need to live with the COVID-19, So, and then how to do it? So we can take the vaccine, and also we should also to empower our immune system, to fight for all kind of viruses. So that is also a very important tool, to improve our immune system to deal with all kind of sickness and viruses. Yeah.
It's important. One thing before we're done with this, Philip, I want you to know something. I get challenged every day by people saying, oh, that stuff's pseudoscience. You know what I have to say about pseudoscience? Science is something that we prove. Science is something that we like to go through and then come up with the solution of proving. But if you haven't tried it and you haven't done it, you really have no ability to comment because you didn't really do it. And so pseudoscience is being knocked down because we have a world that wants to be able to prove everything. Well, you really can't prove anything to yourself unless you actually do it. So you have to kind of just do it. And I love
Yeah.
Nike saying, just do it. Because if you just do
Mhm.
it, you might have the ability to then understand. And so
Right.
it's about understanding. And you
Mhm.
can't understand something as a child, but when you
Yeah.
become an adult, you'll understand as a child. And
Yeah.
that's how we're supposed to form as people,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. The
I just
math
go through
we
it.
call now what we call the like the Qigong, we call the energy medicine, you know. So this
Mm,
energy medicine is quite a very wide range of the scope, you know. Yeah. So
yeah,
anything related to the energy, so that is related to the energy medicine, you know, related to Qigong, you know. So and it's good to explore more about that. Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely, Philip. Well, thank you. You know, I